Punching. The solution to almost every problem in the world of comics. And in the rare occasions where punching hard is not the solution, comic book characters can always rely on the good old punching harder, and that usually fixes the problem. But with so many heavy hitters in DC Comics, have you ever wondered who has done the biggest unga bunga? Well, that's what this video is gonna be about, but before we get to that, I need to clarify some things. This is a video about punching. This is not about who's stronger or who would win in a fight. All we are ranking here are punches. It doesn't matter if the characters in this list could have theoretically performed better, and it also doesn't matter if there are other characters in DC Comics that are more powerful than the characters in this list. All that matters for this video are the punches themselves in isolation, and we are ranking the punches based on how impressive they are. Also, Superman has done a lot of punching throughout the years. To be honest, this entire video could have been just about him, but that would have been boring, so I tried my best to include other characters. Unfortunately, even then this list turned out to be mostly about Superman. Finally, last thing I want to clarify before we start, I have not read every single comic ever published by DC. It's likely there are some crazy punches out there that I either completely forgot about or didn't even knew existed. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's begin. Number 8. Silver Age Superman's Disintegration Punch. Silver Age Superman, for those unfamiliar with the term, is the Superman that spanned from roughly 1956 until 1971, and he is well known for being kinda strong, like when he once disintegrated a battleship to an atomic level with a single punch. The funny thing is that he wasn't even trying, he just ping, and the whole thing went kaboom. Also, this is more than just punching hard. This is targeted. This is intentional. Superman was purposely hitting the battleship in a way that would disintegrate it to an atomic level, which means he can just do that whenever he feels like it. Like I said, Silver Age Superman was kinda strong. Number 7. Black Hole Punch. In Shazam, the Monster Society of Evil, issue number 4, Shazam, or Captain Marvel if you prefer, punches the bad guy so hard that he creates a black hole. It was a small one, but still, it's kinda silly that he could just do that if he really wanted to. Number 6, 100 Galaxies Punch. Now hold on, that's what I'm calling it just to give it a name, but it's actually not that insane. So, here's the context. There's this guy called Magnar. He's a new god, and he once punched Superman with a power equivalent to the magnetic repulsion of 100 galaxies. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, even until this day, I don't actually understand what this means, but it certainly sounds impressive. Also, fun fact, this guy Magnar should be complete fodder compared to Darkseid, so in theory, Darkseid should be capable of hitting at least this hard. Number 5. Infinite Mass Punch. This is something that any character in DC Comics can do as long as they can move at the speed of light. Basically, they move just under the speed of light, gain tons of mass, and then hit really hard. Actually, that's not how it works in real life. No one cares, nerd. Now, here's the thing. I guess it's a bit controversial that I'm putting the Infinite Mass Punch this high, because some people say it doesn't actually hit with infinite mass. Flash once, I should say Wally West, because otherwise someone is gonna be like, actually, it was Wally West. Yeah, I know. My point, Flash once used the Infinite Mass Punch and said his fist hits like a white dwarf. Impressive, yes, but that's significantly less than literal infinity. There's also that one time Superman used it to destroy a moon, which makes some people say Superman cannot destroy a planet. Look, believe what you want, this is just a silly video made for fun, so if you don't believe the Infinite Mass Punch should be this high, then that's fine. But this is where I'm gonna put it. Number 4. When Golden Age Superman killed the Anti-Monitor. There's this comic book event called Crisis on Infinite Earths. The main bad guy is called the Anti-Monitor, and he's big strong. He has destroyed an infinite amount of universes, and all the heroes are working together to try to stop him. But they just can't because, as we have already established, his number is really big. And then, Golden Age Superman is like, actually, I'm just gonna punch him harder. So he does. And that's it. I'm gonna admit that I'm doing a terrible job at summarizing Crisis on Infinite Earths, but that's pretty much what happens. Number 3. When Superman punched Soulfire Darkseid. In a story called Death of the New Gods, Darkseid becomes big strong. Even Superman is like, whoa, his number sure is big. But then, Superman decides to just punch him anyways, and it works. I mean, kinda. Superman does hurt Darkseid, but then Darkseid regenerates and instantly defeats Superman. Darkseid's excuse for this is that he's still adjusting to his powers, but even then, the fact that Superman can hurt this Darkseid at all is kinda ridiculous. Number 2. Father-Son Kamehame Punch. So there's this guy called the World Forger, and stop me if you've heard this one before, but he's big strong. Superman is trapped in the 6th dimension. With the help of Batman, Superman absorbs a bunch of solar energy, and then he flies from the 6th dimension to wherever whoever the World Forger is, and punches him really hard. Now here's the thing, visually, artistically, as in the way it's drawn, this is the most impressive punch in DC Comics. It's supposed to be grandiose, and it looks that way. Okay? Problem arises when you get into the exacts of what happened here. That's why I'm not gonna bother, because it doesn't matter what I say, someone will tell me that I'm wrong and I didn't understand the comic. See, there's people who think Superman destroyed an entire multiverse here, there's people who think he destroyed the 6th dimension altogether, there's people who think he only cracked the 6th dimension, and there's even people out there who think that this is definitive proof that Superman cannot destroy a planet, because according to them, even a Superman that has absorbed a ton of solar energy can only make a big hole on the planet. Whatever you think happened here, I'm not gonna argue with you. The only thing that matters for this video is that this looks impressive. And now, let's finish this with number 1. Superboy Prime's Retcon punch. Superboy Prime, I am sure, needs no introduction. And the reason why he's at the top is because he can punch you so hard, he literally retcons your story. As in, he has plot manipulation powers, he can mess with your narrative, he can mess with your story, but he does it by punching. That's beautiful. I'm pretty sure Superboy Prime has the strongest punch in all of comics. Like, I don't know much about Marvel, but I feel pretty confident on saying that no character in Marvel can punch harder than Superboy Prime. Are there characters in Marvel comics more powerful than Superboy Prime? Probably. But is there any Marvel character that can punch harder than him? I don't think so. And honestly, what would that even look like? Superboy Prime can punch your story. What would even be above that? What would be the next level? I'm sure someone will figure it out at some point, but I can't think of anything. Anyways, that's the list. So, what did we learn here? Well, I guess the lesson is that if at first you don't succeed, then try punching harder. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.